Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Browns halftime show with the score of the 49ers 10 and the Browns 8. High scoring baseball game, eh? Um, Boy, there's a lot that I can say. First, let's start with Shedeur because that's going to be what everybody wants to talk about. He made two bad plays in the first half. So I'm going to get these out of the way so that the haters can hate. He held on to a ball too long on a 3rd and 15. I think that's a young player wanting to make the first down, but they were not in a position to make a first down. And he held on to the ball and he paid for it. He should have dumped it out, probably with a guy out in the flat. He could have gotten 7-8 yards, and maybe we have a chance at a field goal. That's the first thing that he did. The one thing that he did that was not so good. And he also ate a ball that he didn't need to eat. He overthrew a receiver into the wind, which, other than that, you got yourself a quarterback, Cleveland. He looks so composed compared to Dillon Gabriel. I mean, if you can't see it with your eyes, then just poke your eyes out and go blind, or you're already blind to begin with. Here's what I noticed most about the first half. One, I disagreed with the play call in the first quarter when we're driving the ball and we go for it and we fail on a play that quite honestly had no chance to succeed. I don't quite get, they were stacked up at the line and nobody blocked. All right. At a situation like that, I could see faking the handoff and getting the quarterback to go around the end. It wasn't a situation where the Browns ran, the extra blocker in the Wildcat formation. It wasn't like that. They tried to do it straight up, and they ended up looking like Paula Abdul on the play. This again, when I realized, oh God, it's Sky Moore, that's not somebody you want to be touching the ball much. And I knew that he was going to make a big play. I thought it might be in the opening kickoff. I was just one kick too late. But yeah, here's the other thing, and I think a lot of people are asking this question. Why did Kevin fuck around with Dillon? It's because of temperament. He's a mini-me of Kevin Stefanski, and he's Mr. Studious, Mr. Serious-minded. And I think that was a personality thing. The thing that I noticed most, rather than comparing Dillon Gabriel to Shedeur Sanders, which is ridiculous to begin with, because one was going to be a first-round draft pick, and the other one was likely to be a 4th, 5th round if the Browns didn't bite on him. The thing I noticed, the players around Shedeur are playing much harder. And if you can't see that, you're blind as well. We control the line of scrimmage with our running game for the first time this year. We scored the touchdown to Fannin because of the running game. And I mean, and we were getting 7, 8, 9-yard chunks in our running game, and we were getting blocking up front, things that we haven't seen at all this year. And it's all about effort. And, I can't help but think that the players just realizing a 41-year-old guy was the quarterback to start the season, and then he was gone, and then, a midget came in, that they just weren't playing hard. They just weren't acquitting themselves. Shedeur Sanders looks like a quarterback. The ball that he throws is eminently catchable. which is the exact opposite of Dylan Gabriel, whose big wind-up line drive and, everything has to be short and bulleted. There's no softness on the pass whatsoever. The touchdown pass to Fannin was just a typical Shedeur throw down the field that was set up by the running game. He had time to throw, and by using Jerry Jeudy as the distraction on the play, which is all he's good for, he's one gigantic. I don't even want to get into him, because the ball that missed him in the first quarter that was overthrown or off to the side, the wind may have blown it away. Who knows? Jerry Jeudy shaking his head like they missed me again. I would love to get him the fuck out of this lineup once and for all. The Browns don't need Jerry Jeudy, but they used him as a decoy on that play, and Fannin went around the other way, or as John Madden would say, he's running this way, and he fakes it and goes out, and nobody wants to throw to Jeudy anyway because they know he's not going to catch the ball. So Fannin sneaks in here, and boom, tough acting, Tinactin. That's the way you use your receivers. Use him as a decoy because he has no hands and he has a lousy attitude. He's the only guy who doesn't appear to have a better attitude. The offensive line is actually performing. I saw that Posich went out. That doesn't surprise me because it's his knee. He has the same knees. God bequeathed him the same knees that Austin Carr had. And I don't think there's any question that Jerry Jeudy wants out of here. And I'm hoping that it is mutual on the part of the Cleveland Browns organization. And this is from Jim Hammer. Hey, Hammer time. Quinshawn, 91% of his yards after contact. The O-line is trash. Yeah, but I mean, there were actually holes in the second quarter of this game. We moved the ball from all the way down on our 10-yard line, and we moved it right up down the field with the running game. I was very surprised to see that. And like I said in the pregame show and yesterday, or on Friday, actually, this defense is tough. They don't miss tackles. And as a rule of thumb, they're very disciplined. Saleh has a very disciplined defense. Not going to be easy whatsoever. And I think a lot of people feel that going for an Ohio State wide receiver is something that the Browns should do, but they need a guy like Carnell Tate. I don't endorse any particular player until I get to see more film of them, but we need somebody with height. Cedric Tillman is just not part of this equation for whatever reason. And I'll tell you who's really got a fiery attitude is Corley, number 83, the wide receiver. He really wants to get out there and play. And so far, he only seems to get the ball on end arounds, but I would like to see the ball in his hands maybe and get maybe some short passes to him to see if he can break some tackles. Fannin, of course, is breaking tackles. The touchdown catch was fantastic stuff. He's hard to bring down. Judkins is hard to bring down. And now we're even seeing, with holes being opened up by the offensive line, Dylan Sampson, how fast he bursts through the hole and how slow Jerome Ford has been all this time. So, we're seeing a lot of these types of things that I don't think an old offensive line suddenly starts playing better against a good defense. I think that it's more likely that they have more confidence in the man who's taking the snaps. I don't know, Ron. What the Browns have to do is what they're doing. We gave up too much yardage at the end of the first half. There's no excuse for the defense to let them with 30 seconds or 27 seconds to get down the field like that. No excuses whatsoever. And it was a great catch by Kittle. And the possession goes to the receiver. Both men had their hands on the ball. Again, can't criticize Hickman for the coverage at all. But the bottom line is, and Gay would have missed the field goal. He damn near missed the field goal anyway, had he been kicking it from 40 plus yards out. Let's see what else. As far as the stats are concerned, maybe one of you in the chat room can put up. The last I saw, Shedeur was 8 for 11. Is that correct? Which puts him on pace for 22 passes. This is a reestablishment of the running game for the Browns, which I'm sure is something Kevin Stefanski wants to see. The other thing is the play calling. Obviously, all I can say is this. From the moment the play caller changes, things start looking better. The second that Dillon Gabriel gets hurt, things start looking better. It looks like the stuff that Kevin Stefanski touches all turned to shit. He's got the anti-Midas touch. And everything that has moved away from him has gotten better. So how much yardage has Shedeur actually completed for? About 100, 110 yards? I'm just guessing off the top. But it's a very controlled game. It's slowing the game down for Shedeur, and this will do nothing but help him later in his career, because now I'm talking about later in his career. I mean, he has composure, and the mistakes that he makes holding on to the football too long, he has to realize, as all young guys coming out of college who are star players, you can't do it all yourself. And sometimes you live to fight a battle another day. And I think that's what he has to learn more than anything else. This will give me an opportunity to say that I certainly hope that the Browns maintain their intensity coming out of the second half, because you know that the 49ers at up 10-8 with the Browns getting the ball, they need to come out and make a defensive stand right off the bat. The other thing, the Browns have not sacked Purdy. They haven't really but once come even close. So there's that as well. I got to get back and watch the second half. Go Browns. I'll be back with you after the game. We call that the post-game show. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.